What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So today what I got working on is I'm gonna be kind of freshening up this I forget what you call it. It's like the heaters, I don't know what you call them, the jet heaters or whatever you call them. But I'm gonna be freshening up this Dynaglow workhorse. This is one we've had for a little bit, used at the farm. But it's made for kerosene. It does take, let's see what it says. I think it says it takes number one diesel and fuel oil too. But if you run anything other than kerosene, it just needs cleaned more often. It needs like the filters and all that stuff cleaned out. So we kind of quit using it because we got one that actually will run off diesel. So I've done the liberty of kind of unbolting these screws from the sides here. They're just little screws, so it's kind of rusted. I'll probably get a new one before I put it together. But yeah, I'm gonna get taking this apart, and I'm gonna start off by just getting everything cleaned up, whatever, because it's been sitting in storage. So I'm gonna get taking this apart and whatnot, and yeah, let's see where we go from there. Just pull the part here. I got the side panels off as well, so we can kind of see everything. I'm probably gonna be taking this off, unplugging it, and just taking everything out and just kind of cleaning it and whatnot. You can just see there's just like cobwebs and all kinds of stuff in there. Another thing I noticed right off the back is there's some fuel lines cracking, and so I'm gonna pull this panel out, and I'm going to figure out where this line goes over here, and then I'm going to figure out how many feet of line I'm gonna get, and then I'm gonna get some of that. This panel's the same way over here, just super dirty. So I'm going to be taking some more stuff apart here to hopefully lift all of this apart and get everything separated so I can really get in there and clean it. But yeah, definitely gotta get some paint too, because some rusting on here, so I'm gonna sand this off. I didn't even notice that actually, that little wire diagram. That's pretty nice, but I'm gonna sand this off a little bit and probably get some paint on the edges of some of this stuff as well, like this here, just so it don't completely rust out. So I'm by no means a professional at these things. It's actually my first time taking it apart, so I'm not gonna pretend like I am. So I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go. But as you can see here, I've got this line coming up here, and that goes there. You can see that cracked, but look how cracked this line is. So you see it comes down here, comes up here, and then goes right there on that little white little spigot there, and it is really cracked. So that's definitely gonna need replacing. So, which I was planning on doing anyways, so no big deal. But just thought I'd show you how messed up that line is. Got this whole thing pulled out here. Just had to unplug some stuff, undo these coils and whatnot. And so this is what we got. This is the blower that was on the back here, and then this was actually in here. I don't know what you want to call this, but it was in here, and I just unbolted the bolts from the ends here and just slid it right out because I wanted to clean out the inside of there a little bit, and then clean off this as well. You can see that's kind of rusty, so I wanted to touch that up a little bit. But I'm gonna set this off to the side here, and I'm probably gonna pull this apart some more because I'm probably gonna try to maybe throw some paint on here or something. I can at least get all this junk out of here, and I'm gonna clean off underneath the tank there as well. So I'm gonna pull that off, and then once I get this all pulled apart to the point where I can just clean everything, I'm going to pull apart this filter here, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the things you're supposed to be cleaning. I'm pretty sure that's what it's talking about on the instructions there when it says clean the filter. So I'm gonna get all that taken apart, and then we'll get to this. Started to clean this stuff up a little bit, and I kind of hit it with the wire brush and stuff, and I'm noticing it's pretty rusty through here, and it doesn't matter that much, but I figured while I got it apart like this, I mean, that's pretty dang rusty up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the grinder with the wire wheel, and I'm gonna come and clean all this up all around. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, Maybe I'll do a lot of it though. But I'm gonna definitely clean up a lot of it just to get some nice clean metal, because I'm gonna try to repaint this and make it decently nice. Since we are going through the effort of doing all this stuff, might as well make sure it's decently nice and won't rust out. So I am going to get grinding on all that stuff. Alright guys, so I got the shrouding and whatnot cleaned up and ready for paint. I didn't go too crazy on cleaning up. I got all the loose stuff off and halfway cleaned up and whatnot. But what it really needs is it really needs to be sandblasted and then completely repainted. But I don't have a sandblaster, so I can't quite do that. But that's what would be the official way to do this. But I'm just cleaning up a little bit just to get a nice halfway clean surface to throw some paint in there and hopefully keep it from rusting out real hard, because you can see here it was rusting through the paint pretty good through there. So just getting that stuff cleaned up is gonna make this a lot nicer. Alright guys, so it's a little bit later now. Paint is all dried on that. You can see came out pretty nice. Nice and rust free on that, as well as the bottom piece there. And I'm just obviously throwing some stuff together. New fuel lines all through here. There. New, I don't know if it's a vent line or what this is. It goes all the way from there down. Cleaned everything up a little bit. This, I didn't do anything too crazy with this. It's a little rusty. I wire brushed it real quickly, but it's kind of a waste of time to paint because it's going to just burn off in the fire. So ran all the wires and stuff through here. I'm going to be putting the filter back in now. So this is the foam. It's all dried up now. I'll blow this off real quick. Just drop this, but it's sturdy. And this is the one you're supposed to replace. Kind of rinse it off real quick. It's not the greatest, but I'll order a new one. But for now, I'm just going to roll with it. But yeah, I'm going to show you that real quick. So this filter would just be in here, like this. Kind of see here, it would just normally sit here. Now this is like the main thing you would maintenance when you were doing this. You wouldn't have to, normally you would not take it all apart like I did if it was actually properly clean and whatnot. So this is what you would just normally do, is you just take this filter, put it on here, line up all your little dots and stuff. Just seem to be a little tricky. Actually, because it goes like that. There it goes. Yeah, so put it in just like that. So you notice this black side was the one that was on here. And then you're going to come in here, put this filter in here. And that foam piece just sits in there like so. And you'll take and you'll put it in there just like that. And then you get your bolts here. Yeah, so normally you'd just be able to take this back piece and remove that, and that would suffice access to this. But obviously, since we're freshening it up, we went and painted some stuff as well. But so now I'm going to put this on and the cover, and we're gonna get the cover all put together, and then we'll be ready for the wiring. Alrighty guys, so we're back into the wiring here. So I just have a picture on my phone of what everything looked like. So I'm just going to put everything back the way it was. So they come in here, put our grounds in, and push them off to the side. Like so. And then the board has this mounting plate, like here. It just goes right here. It uses these holes. And then the board itself, which I ever so gently dusted off, that just comes and it just slips right in here. You got a notch on this right side here, and then notches on the bottom to hold it in. So you just gotta kind of come in here like that and kind of slide it on over. Oops, I missed one notch. Alrighty, now we got her sitting in. And you take these two screws. And just lightly put them on. So the last thing you want to do is crack this board, because then you will be figuring out how the heck to get a new board. Alright, so now I'm going to check my diagram that I had saved in my phone, and then I'll hook it back up with just how it was in the diagram. So I got everything wired in just like I had it. And then I put my switch back in here, and then I'll just connect it, the two switch prongs right here, just like that. And kind of hard to see for y'all, but just connecting them just like that. And there, I'm going to gently kind of feed everything back on here. And then we will put some screws in. Alrighty guys, so we got it completely back together. Everything looks great. Everything is super clean, super nice. Looks like a fresh unit. Obviously, the hardware is still a little rusty. I went to the local hardware store and they didn't quite have what I was looking for. They had these screws, but they just weren't quite right. They didn't grab, so no big deal. Just move some stuff around. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. And I'm going to take this upstairs and I'll give her a quick test tomorrow morning. So I'll cut to that. A little bit of kerosene in here. We got her plugged in, good to go. We're gonna go ahead and fire her up. upstairs now, just to get out of the cold and whatnot, so I can finish this video off. But yeah, heater fired up great, worked good, put on nice heat, no issues whatsoever, fired right up. So that's good. Made everything's working properly, and we got that project taken care of. Big takeaways from the project is just replacing the lines. That would not be something you would probably have to do every time you maintenance it, but obviously ours were cracked and old because that heater is probably 5 or so years old now, so that was just something we did. And then the big thing was cleaning those filters. Need to replace the one, but I just cleaned it for now. I'll ordered another one. It'll be here in a few days, but I just want to get this video out. So I just kind of cleaned the other one up real quick because I know I won't be using the heater that much in between now and then. But yeah, and then that other sponge filter, getting that all cleaned out really good, and then you just throw that back in there. But you also saw we got everything painted up and sanded down a little bit so we could have a nice clean unit. Might as well stop the rusting away of that, since we just did put all that work and a little bit of money into replacing some stuff. But yeah, turned out to be a great little heater again, and that's about all for the video. So if you have any questions or anything, just leave them down in the comments below, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.